Very good evening to all of you. I welcome you all to this IFSCA Phase 1 analysis. First of all, tell me that how was your examination? Write down in the comment section, and all of you tell me that how did your exam go? And let's do an analysis of this paper, and then also at the end of the session, do let me know in the comment section how many do you think your questions were correct, and do you think that your exam is going to clear or not? Okay, so let's begin with it. Okay, let's start with paper 1 analysis. Okay, your QRE and general awareness section. Let's see that you got questions from which part, and was it moderate or was it difficult? So your quant section of 25 marks, it was moderate. You can say that it was moderate. You got around 9 questions from your arithmetic portion. You got from profit and loss, time and work, simple interest, from partnership, mensuration, income and expenditure, average, boat and stream, number based. So most of the major topics which we usually prepare for the examination, right? Then from quadratic equations, around 6 questions. From number series, 4 questions. And table based DI, again 6 questions. So your paper was moderate. Coming to your reasoning portion, which was of 25 marks, this you can say ki this was a little difficult, on the difficult side. Okay, so you got a question, you got 3 questions from seating arrangement. Circular arrangement, so you got around 5 questions. Box based puzzle, you got 5 questions. Month based puzzle, 5 questions. Critical reasoning, 2 questions. Inequality, 3 questions. Coding, decoding, alphanumeric, you got 1 question each from this area. This was on a difficult side because you can see arrangement, seating arrangement, and puzzle, say you got more questions. That is why it was on the difficult side. Right. Then if we talk about English, English was also moderate. Reading comprehension, you got 10 questions. So that was a positive thing. Word phrase, 4 questions. Sentence formation, 3 questions. Sentence improvement, 2 questions. Double fillers, around 4 questions. Word usage, you got 2 questions from this portion. Right. Then if we talk about, your general awareness section, let's read out the questions. I hope QRE ka portion is clear to all of you कि किस topic से you got questions, है ना? Then comes your general awareness. You can label it also as moderate. Okay, let's read the questions here. India AI mission implemented by Dash signed an MOU with Dash to cooperate on AI solutions for better crops, stronger healthcare, smarter education, and climate resilience. So this AI mission, this was implemented by METI, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. And the MOU was signed with Gates Foundation. Okay? Then BRICS Summit, it was held in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Very easy question. And this I think everybody would know. Dash is a subsidiary of Tata Power, officially announced here an MOU with Bank of Baroda to finance solar power projects for MSME customers. So it is Tata Power Renewable Energy. Okay, this was also an easy question only. Then India Climate Conclave, the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, FICCI, recently hosted the 15th India Climate Policy and Business Conclave. So which state was it hosted in? So it was Hyderabad. Okay. Then, according to RBI, what was the approximate value of digital payments recorded on September 22, 2025 following the implementation of new GST rates? So this was, more, you can say a fact-based question which you should have known. And 11 trillion was the answer. Which Indian state received the highest FDI inflows during the fiscal year 24-25? So it is Maharashtra. The FDI inflows ka you should be aware of these inflows and outflows, which all states get the maximum. It is mostly Karnataka, Maharashtra, Telangana, these areas only, Gujarat, hai. Then India and EFTA signed the Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement, right? Then TEPA on 10th March 2024. It took effect on 1st October 2025, marking India's first FTA with Dash developed European nations. So there are 4 European nations, and Liechtenstein and all. I hope you know. Then recently, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman proposed to expand the fund of funds for startups operated by SEBI. After the new allocation, what will be the total corpus of the scheme? So 20,000 crore was the answer. Global Findex database, 3 questions were asked from this, but we don't have the exact question with us. So if you know, you can write down in the comment section. Okay? Write down in the comment section and let me know that what was the question related to this. Then recently, in which state Gopalpur Industrial Park was set up? So it was Odisha. Answer. G20 summit theme: solidarity, equality, sustainability. Then Haryana government has entered into an agreement with National Industrial Corridor Development and Implementation Trust. So you had to, explain that the agreement is with whom, है ना? For developing an integrated manufacturing cluster at Hisar. IMF Managing Director, very easy question. Kristalina Georgieva, and a very easy question. Then eighth most valuable automaker in the world, Maruti Suzuki. Dash and Wheels draft policy for transit orient development zone. So it is Jaipur. Then NBFC features were asked. There were three statements given. We don't have the exact statement. Okay. Then ONDC was launched in which year? 2022. Regulatory sandbox by RBI, SEBI, IRDI. The question was related to that. Then Rolls-Royce opens its largest global capability center in which state? Bengaluru. Okay. Then in which city you can say? Bengaluru. Which international organization funded SMILE program to boost India's logistics efficiency, cut costs, and strengthen multimodal infrastructure? Asian Development Bank. Okay. A lot of our funding is done through this ADB. है ना? Today also when I was taking the PIB class, we saw many news related to that, right? Then Shri Sarvanand Sonowar launches Dash mobile app of National Logistics Portal Marine. So it is Sagar Setu. Then SEBI announced that the open interest in derivatives will now be measured in terms of future equivalent OI or delta-based open interest instead of notional OI. Okay? Then there was a question related to pink tax. Exact question we don't have. If you know, please write down in the comment section. Then 100% FDI in which sector by the automatic route? This was asked, right? So, okay, so that's it from here. Now I will hand over to Varsha ma'am. She's going to discuss about management from your paper 2. So we'll start off with paper 2 discussion now. Varsha ma'am, over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Hello everyone. How are you all doing? तो यहाँ पे हम लोग बात करेंगे कि मैनेजमेंट से क्या क्या क्वेश्चंस आपके आईएफएससी के एग्जाम में फेज 1 एग्जाम में आए थे. सो पेपर वाज एज यू गाइस आर मेंशनिंग कि फेज 1 पेपर 2 वाज क्वाइट लेंथी. अगर आपको लेंथी लग रहा है दैट मीन्स दैट कि आप लोगों ने प्रैक्टिस कम किया है क्वेश्चंस का. अगर आप लोगों ने थोड़ा टाइम ज्यादा देके क्वेश्चंस को प्रैक्टिस किया होता तो इट वुड बी मच बेटर फॉर यू. ठीक है, फिर भी लेट्स टेक अ बेटर चांस. और अभी हम मैनेजमेंट के क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. तो मैनेजमेंट से एक क्वेश्चन था, व्हाट इज द लाइक विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज प्रेमिस ऑफ प्लानिंग. ऐसा कुछ क्वेश्चन होना चाहिए. ठीक है, जब हम बात करते हैं मैनेजमेंट के फंक्शंस के बारे में, द फर्स्ट फंक्शन इज प्लानिंग. ओके, सो देयर वर द ऑप्शंस रिलेटेड टू कि क्या आपके पास रिसोर्सेज हो सकते हैं. तो द राइट आंसर फ्रॉम द ऑप्शन विल बी द स्कैनिंग द एनवायरनमेंट. ताकि जो भी आपके लिए रिसोर्सेज नीडेड है एक स्पेसिफिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में एक वर्क को करने के लिए, आप उन रिसोर्सेज को ऑर्गेनाइज करने के लिए मतलब उनको सबको इकट्ठा कर लो. ठीक है, ताकि फिर आप उसको ऑर्गेनाइज कर सको. राइट. So another question from the management portion was, as per the Vroom's expectancy theory, how incentives can improve the morale of the employees. तो ऑप्शंस में आई एम नॉट गेटिंग द एग्जैक्ट ऑप्शंस फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट्स की कैसा ऑप्शन रहा होगा. बट व्रूम्स एक्सपेक्टेंसी थ्योरी की जब हम बात करते हैं तो इसमें हम बैलेंस, एक्सपेक्टेंसी और इंस्ट्रूमेंटेलिटी इन तीनों एलिमेंट्स के बारे में बात करते हैं. ठीक है, तो उसी के बेसिस पे हमने आपको यहाँ पे आंसर मेंशन कर दिया. बिकॉज किसी स्टूडेंट ने प्रॉपर एग्जैक्ट आंसर नहीं बताया था, बट उसने ये बताया था कि ऐसे इंसेंटिव्स कैसे इंप्रूव कर सकते हैं मोरल का. तो इसलिए हमने मेंशन किया. देखो, इंसेंटिव्स रहेगा तो रिवॉर्ड्स के चक्कर में यू विल डू हार्ड वर्क, आप मोटिवेटेड रहोगे. ठीक है, और अगर रिवॉर्ड बड़ा डिजायरेबल है तो आप अपने एफर्ट्स और इंक्रीज कर दोगे. ठीक है, किसी स्पेसिफिक रिवॉर्ड को अचीव करने के लिए. तो फ्रूम्स एक्सपेक्टेंसी थ्योरी हमारी यही है मोटिवेशन थ्योरी में, जो हम कंटेंट थ्योरीज, प्रोसेस थ्योरीज में पढ़ते हैं. राइट. As per Kurt Lewin's leadership style theory, which of the following is not a leadership style? So, on the similar format पे there was a question in the PFRD exam also, right? तो as that time also, और हमने मैराथन सेशन में भी ऐसा ही एक सिमिलर क्वेश्चन करा था आईएफएससी के लिए कि ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम कर्ट लुविन से, रेंसिस लेकर्ट से. तो इनमें से कौन सा जो है वो कर्ट लुविन लीडरशिप स्टाइल का टाइप नहीं है, तो ब्यूरोक्रेटिक लीडरशिप. राइट. Another question was which of the following is not an HRD intervention? So we discussed about the interventions of HRD. So the right answer for the question will be establishing organizational structure, because major interventions are development like organizational development, career development, training and development. That is not organizational structure establishment. Okay. Another question was कि what channel can be used to handle ambiguous managerial problems. ठीक है, तो ऐसे में if there will be the face to face meetings, all the challenges will be discussed clearly, so that will be easy to handle all the ambiguous managerial problems, right? According to Kuntz and Ordinal, the primary function of a manager, तो options में you will have different options, और ऐसे ही questions हम अपने regular classes में जब concept clarity करते हैं तो तब भी हम लोग discuss करते हैं. तो क्वेश्चन वाज रिलेटेड टू कि प्राइमरी फंक्शन क्या रहता है मैनेजमेंट का एज पर क्विंस एंड ऑर्डिनल. So it is to accomplish organizational goals by getting work done through other people. And in simpler terms, if we look at the question, तो ऐसा भी आपके पास ऑप्शन हो सकता था कि मैनेजमेंट इन्वॉल्व्स कोऑर्डिनेटिंग एंड गाइडिंग द एफर्ट्स ऑफ टीम मेंबर्स टू अचीव कॉमन ऑब्जेक्टिव्स एफिशिएंटली एंड इफेक्टिवली, राइट? Another question was which planning is used by the management to oversee the day-to-day things in the organizations. Okay, so in the options you will have different types of plannings, because we had discussed the different types of planning. So from the option you have to choose the enterprise resources planning. Okay, so that will be the most appropriate answer. आपको कमेंट में ये लिखकर जरूर बताना है कि मैनेजमेंट के कितने क्वेश्चंस आप सही अटेम्प्ट करके आए हो, एंड इफ देयर इज एरर इन एनी क्वेश्चन वो भी आपको कमेंट में मेंशन जरूर करना है. ठीक है, so that was about the management portion. Now Pratik sir will discuss the next portion. Over to you, Pratik sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. A very good evening to all of you guys. So, if I talk about the costing portion and the commerce and accountancy portion, as compared to the previous year question paper, definitely it's on a moderate to higher difficulty level side. Why? Because previous year question paper was quite straight related to your costing and commerce and accountancy. It was too direct. And this time it's not direct. There are some questions I can see which are of a complex nature as well. So the very first question is what is D in DMAIC, directly from the Six Sigma lean system. So define is the correct choice here. Next one is related to your business process reengineering and the process innovation related question. So it was a fill in the blank question. I think there were two blanks that you need to select the correct choice from the given option. So amend and the renovation is the correct choice from this one. And guys, if you check your notes, Ole board के section में जाके, तो it was the second line of the BPR, and we have discussed this in the live classes as well, right? It was clearly written in your notes as well as the class PDF. Amend word ही लिखा हुआ था directly second line में, right? And that's what they have asked. Usually BPR के लिए radical redesign और इस तरह के words they use, but this time they have they have given indirectly. They have asked the BPR topic indirectly. Next one was which of the following is best for a bakery which offers biscuit at a high volume. So as per the given options and as per the students discussion, we have finalized that process costing will be the correct choice here, right? Definitely batch costing पर काफी सारे students ऐसा बता रहे थे कि batch costing was not there in the option, right? Definitely it's there in the ICI material, but properly if I talk about the biscuit industry, there was no clear cut distinction between the fact ICI material में भी biscuit industry के लिए clearly कहीं पे भी नहीं लिखा हुआ है, and biscuit industries practically are using process costing as well. Okay, biscuit industries process costing भी use करती हैं, batch costing भी use करती हैं, right? बैच कॉस्टिंग वाज देयर तो वो फिर ऑब्वियसली क्या हो जाएगा, थोड़ा रेलेवेंट हो जाएगा. ओके, इफ बैच कॉस्टिंग वाज देयर देन इट विल बी मच रेलेवेंट बिकॉज मेजॉरिटी of the biscuit industries are using the batch costing approach only. Next one again was, I can say that ये आपको definitely difficulty आई होगी इसको attempt करने में. What requires no data entry for partially completed work, which is the backflush costing. Again it's from your lean system chapter. ठीक है, तो थोड़ा सा डिटेल में जाके डेफिनेटली पूछा था, but majority of the questions were doable, I can say, in costing. And I think there was one more question related to some inventory valuation, if I'm not wrong. Exactly मुझे अभी तक वो question मिला नहीं है, right? Yes, definitely it's confusing, and in practical life as well, industries are using both batch as well as process costing. But अगर batch costing आपके पेपर में दे रखा था तो आप उसको प्रेफरेंस दे सकते हो, बट I need that exact question to finalize the same as well, right? Because there are so many differentiating factors batch costing और process costing के अंदर, right? So majorly that's your costing, I can say. तो आप बैच कॉस्टिंग को प्रेफर कर सकते हो उस केस में, right? If I talk about the account section, then as compared to the costing section, your account section was quite direct, right? तो ये इजी टू मॉडरेट लेवल में हो गया आपका अकाउंट्स वाला सेक्शन, और कॉस्टिंग वाला आपका मॉडरेट टू हायर डिफिकल्टी लेवल पे आ गया. Ratio analysis, right? Ratio which shows the relationship between the profitability with respect to the owner's fund. बहुत ही simple question था. Return on equity, right? And that's what we try to ascertain, what kind of return we are able to generate on the shareholders fund or on the owner's fund. That's what equity means, right? And the purpose of fund flow statement is to analyze the changes in working capital, even if you have not covered the fund flow statement chapter. Like most of the students are only going with the cash flow statement. काफी कम लोग एक्चुअल में फंड फ्लो स्टेटमेंट चैप्टर को पढ़ते हैं, पर अगर आपने सिर्फ डिफरेंस भी पढ़ लिया हो फंड फ्लो और कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट में, तो भी आप इसको आराम से अटेम्प्ट कर सकते हो. इट वाज चेंजेस इन द वर्किंग कैपिटल एंड दैट्स व्हाट वी डू इन द फंड फ्लो. Next one was an investment is considered as a cash equivalent. So this is directly from your cash flow statement chapter. Two questions are directly there from your cash flow and fund flow statement chapters. Less than 3 months is the correct choice. We have also learned that उसकी जो फेयर वैल्यू है वो बहुत सिग्निफिकेंटली चेंज नहीं होनी चाहिए, तभी वी कॉल इट एज अ कैश इक्विवेलेंट, राइट? लेस देन 3 months. What method recommended for valuing the shares at an employee stock option plan? So यहाँ पे मार्केट वैल्यू लिखा हुआ है. अगर एग्जाम के अंदर फेयर वैल्यू ऑप्शन में था तो मैं पर्सनली फेयर वैल्यू ऑप्शन को प्रेफर करूंगा. व्हाई? बिकॉज एज पर द गाइडेंस नोट ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स ऑफ इंडिया, fair value method is the preferred method if we talk about the ESOP valuation, right? Yes, it's fair value only, है ना. मार्केट वैल्यू अगर फेयर वैल्यू ऑप्शन में था तो फेयर वैल्यू ही उसका करेक्ट चॉइस होगा, क्योंकि आईसीआई का जो गाइडेंस नोट है उसमें फेयर वैल्यू ही दे रखा है. और अगर आप लोगों ने पेड क्लास अटेंड करी हो तो मैंने वो पूरे पेज में आपको बोला था कि सब कुछ आप उसमें से उस पर्टिकुलर पेज में से छोड़ सकते हो, पर सिर्फ ये वाली चीज नहीं छोड़ सकते. व्हाई? बिकॉज इट्स क्लियरली recommended by Institute of Chartered of Accountants of India का guidance note, right? And in the fair value method, we use methods like Black and Scholes model and binomial distribution method, if you guys remember. The last question was which ratio shows the relationship between the interest bearing and the equity capital? So I personally feel कि ये question थोड़ा सा incomplete है, maybe framing में, right? Students ने सबने interest bearing ही बताया. Interest bearing, fixed interest bearing and fixed dividend bearing होना चाहिए था ideally. It is capital gearing ratio, and that's what we study in capital gearing ratio. I've told you guys in the paid class that we also call it as fixed capital to variable capital ratio. Why? Because all those capitals that are having fixed obligation, we keep it in the numerator and we compare it with the variable interest bearing, variable dividend bearing capital. There is no such thing as variable interest bearing capital, right? So capital gearing ratio will be the correct choice here, right? So दो questions यहाँ पे आपके थोड़े से मैं कहूंगा ग्रे एरिया के अंदर है. मार्केट वैल्यू आई एम वेरी श्योर कि अगर आपका ऑप्शंस में फेयर वैल्यू था तो ऑलवेज प्रेफर फेयर वैल्यू, ये हमने क्लास में भी पढ़ा हुआ है. प्लस इसके अलावा आपका बैच और प्रोसेस कॉस्टिंग वाला, उसके लिए आई नीड दैट एग्जैक्ट क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज दो तीन वर्ड्स भी अगर इधर उधर हो गए तो दैट कैन टर्न टू बैच कॉस्टिंग और प्रोसेस कॉस्टिंग वाइस वर्सा, राइट? तो अगर किसी को एग्जैक्ट क्वेश्चन याद हो तो प्लीज कमेंट सेक्शन में डेफिनेटली पिंग मी, आई विल पोस्ट द करेक्ट चॉइस, करेक्ट आंसर देयर इटसेल्फ. Next is related to current affairs, so I would like to invite Mannat ma'am for covering the same. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Now let's discuss about your current affairs section. There was firstly there was a question regarding e-shram objective. We don't have the exact question. Then world population prospects released by which organization? So this was released by UNDESA, United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs. Then another question, according to the UN report, when is India's population expected to reach its peak? So it is 2060, right? A working paper on domestic migration was released by the EACPM. In options, all are correct. We don't have the exact options with us. So if you guys know, you can write down in the comment section and let us know, right? Then according to the United Nations Gender Snapshot 2025, closing the gender digital divide could significantly impact the global economy and women's empowerment by 2030. Specifically, it is projected to boost global GDP by $1.5 trillion. Okay, this was the answer. Then there was this report, World Bank Poverty Brief, usme se there was a question asked that India's extreme poverty rate stands at 2.3%. While poverty has declined in rural regions, urban areas have seen a rise in poverty levels. The report highlights that since 21-22, employment growth has exceeded the growth of the working age population, indicating positive trends in job creation. So these three statements were given. So out of this, only first and third statements are correct. Second statement is not correct. Okay. So this report was very important. We have covered it on our Olive Board YouTube channel, right? Then the 2025 UNFPA State of World Population Report was recently released. What is the title of the report? So title was The Real Fertility Crisis. Okay. Then the United Nations Secretary General hosted the first biennial summit for a sustainable, inclusive and resilient global economy. In which city was the summit held? So it was New York. In the IMF, the voting power of each member country is determined on the basis of what? Financial contribution. Very easy question. Which of the following is among 17 SDGs? So equality, quality of life, life below water, etc. We don't have the exact question, so you could have easily done it. It was also an easy question, right? So around 10 questions were asked from your current affairs part. Then we have a few questions from economics portion. 8 questions were asked. When national income is calculated at current prices, it is called what? Nominal income. So we distinguish it between this types of income based on current prices and based on base price. So we have nominal income and real income. So current prices pe we talk about nominal income. Then the market demand curve is the horizontal summation of individual demand curves. Again, a very easy question and a basics. Then when MPC is 0.75, then the investment multiplier will be, you had to calculate it. So it is very easy. How do you calculate multiplier? 1 upon 1 minus MPC या फिर 1 upon MPS. This is how you calculate. So 1 upon 1 minus MPC, 1 minus 0.75 is 0.25. So 1 upon 0.25 is 4. So your answer was 4. Very easy question again. And if you've done the basic concepts, then also you could have easily done this these questions, right? Then if a country increases its money supply, what will be the impact on the LM curve? So IS LM padte ho. When does LM shift? When does IS shift? So when money supply increases, LM curve shifts to the right. And when LM curve shifts to the right, then it decreases, the rate of interest decreases and income increases, right? Then the primary purpose of open market operations conducted by RBI is to increase or decrease liquidity and influence money supply. This was the answer. Yeah? This is one of the monetary policy tool, open market operations, to increase or decrease the money supply. So again, an easy question. Then in the Keynesian framework, the main insight of paradox of thrift is that an increase in savings reduces aggregate demand, which lowers the national income. Okay? Fine, so this was your Keynesian framework, Keynesian's economics related question. Paradox of thrift, very important concept in your Keynesian economics. Okay? Then finance related, we had around 9 questions here. Firstly, the immediate payment service in India is operated and managed by NPCI. Okay? Then according to RBI, the financial inclusion index for the year ending March 25 stood at 67. Up from 64.2 in March 24. Very easy question. So many times, we read about this, right? Then the value of a derivative is derived from the value of underlying asset. यही concept होता है derivative का. For example, if you're talking about a gold derivative, that means it's like a sheet of paper, जिसकी value is derived from whatever the value is of gold, है ना? The primary role of the project sponsoring authority in a PPP, public-private partnership project, is to, what is the primary role? We don't have exact option with us as of now, but if you know, then write down in the comment section and tell me. Okay? The scheme launched by Government of India in 2014 to promote financial inclusion is PM Jan Dhan Yojana. Very easy question again. According to RBI's updated guidelines effective from 4th October 25, the check truncation system will undergo a key change, moving from a batch-based clearing process to a system of continuous clearing and settlement upon realization. Which instrument or method is commonly used to manage or hedge interest rate risk? It is the interest rate swaps, right? Then, in market risk management, when an entity takes an equal and opposite position in a related instrument to protect against potential losses on an existing position, then the strategy is referred to as hedging. So hedging is like when you are protecting yourself from any kind of market risk. Okay? So 9 questions were asked from your finance section. Then another question, consider the following statements about payment banks in India. Payment banks can accept deposits from individuals and small businesses up to a specified limit. This is true, है ना? Payment banks are permitted to issue credit cards and provide loans to customers. No, they are not permitted. है ना? So second option आपका गलत हो जाएगा. Third option, payment banks can provide services like remittances and payments via mobile and online platforms. Absolutely correct. So you had to answer the correct option. So 1 and 3 only. हाँ. So C option is correct. ठीक है? Second statement is not correct here. Right? So based on this, we can say that paper 1 में your cutoff should be around 30%. Paper 2 में 40%. ठीक है? Your cutoff, you have to clear both of these. An aggregate cutoff you have to clear for both paper 1 and paper 2, that is 40%. ठीक है? So let's see now. Let me know in the comment section that based on this analysis, आपका क्या रहा? How was your exam based on this analysis and based on the number of questions that are correct? आपका है ना? तो आप बताइए comment section में. We should also know. And crosses, I hope that all your, everybody who's watching this video right now, आप सबका exam clear हो जाए, है ना? Apart from that, for phase 2, we have launched a crash course. So if you guys want, if you think that you might have cleared this examination, then definitely go for it. You'll be getting classes for all topics, detailed notes for all topics, full length and sectional tests will be provided. Descriptive tests with evaluation will also be provided. So if you want, you can enroll in this batch. Okay? Classes, notes, and mocks, everything will be available to you. All right. So that is all from my side. That is all from our side. I hope this session was helpful to all of you. Just let me know in the comment section कि कैसा रहा आपका examination, है ना? And we will see you all in our next session. Thank you so much and have a good night, all of you. Bye bye.